I'm Mark McAllister outside of Pape Station, which will be the center point for the brand new Ontario line announced today. It would extend from the Ontario Science Centre to the north, all the way through this point, south what used to be the downtown relief line, and onto Ontario Place. It's all part of the grand plan announced by the province today, $28.5 billion worth of transit. The question is, how would it actually get done, and can it actually be done? More tracks, more trains, extending even further actually means that much more work. The province's claims that bigger transit plans can be built just as efficiently, with projects like the new extended Ontario line staying within the same timelines, needs to be approached with caution.
We need to make sure that we're also doing the due diligence up front to give the contractors, to give the engineers, to give the utilities all the time they need to really do the pre-planning, so that once we're in the ground, we're causing the least amount of delay.
Plans for what has been known as the downtown relief line can apparently still be used, and some pre-planning has been done for taking it north to the Science Centre, but the rest takes time. Then the premise that the Ontario line could be what's called a freestanding artery, independent and different from the current subway lines. Intersections between old and new would have to be constructed differently, much like plans for the Eglinton Crosstown LRT now being built. The province wants to look at advanced technologies like driverless trains with higher capacity and better signaling systems.
Modern signaling and train control systems will mean the new trains can run faster and more frequently.
Cities like London and Paris, even New York, are doing just that. The Ontario government's plans for making that happen and saving time and money, public-private partnerships.
Transit projects are definitely the toughest of them all, but we do think it's the only model that will make sense to meet the ambitious timelines.
The P3 model can be a way of controlling costs, putting the onus on a developer to get it done. But it's not foolproof.
The big question is the funding. The Premier said it can be built for the same cost and twice as long. That is something to raise eyebrows and really scrutinize. That's a recipe for cost overruns.
A couple of other points to be made about the extension of what was the downtown relief line, now the Ontario line, to the north from here at Pape Station. One is the diversion from the whole subways approach. There is a portion that would have to go across the Don Valley, and so there's talk of an elevated portion to the line that would have to get across the Don Valley. The other point that needs to be made is how busy the bus routes are north of here as well. The 25 Don Mills route is very busy. Buses are coming and going all the time, so there's bound to be some relief, after all, from all the traffic there.